Good afternoon, Mr. Hendricks. How are you?
I'm good, Miss Bogan. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Glad to have you in my office today.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Okay. Well, before we get started, I'm going to let you know first. Our meeting today is going to be confidential. Anything you
Word.
say, yes, it will be confidential. So anything you say will be between us. However, if you say something that I think could put you at risk or someone at risk of harm, I will have to disclose that information. Is that okay with you?
Yeah,
Are you
that's cool.
sure?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
cool.
I
That's
have to
cool.
protect
I
you,
mean, yeah,
so
you gotta do your job,
well, it's to protect you. That's the main goal.
Yeah,
So we're okay to move on.
yeah, we can move forward.
Okay.
We can move forward.
Now, I'd also like to let you know that we'll be here. You'll have me. Well, we'll be together for about 20 minutes, and
I
this
get
is
to miss class.
you get to miss class. You get to miss class. However, you can make that information up when you go back to class.
Okay.
I'll of course give you a pass, and I have to make up that information. If it's something you don't know, maybe I can help you out with it, but you will have to, of course, complete whatever you miss. So we'll be here again for 20 minutes, and we'll go over some things. And I'm sure you're wondering why I summoned you out of class, or do you already know?
I got a feeling.
Okay, what's your feeling?
Tired using
Ah, tardies in absence.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, what's going on with that?
A lot. It's a lot.
Okay. A lot going on right now. Something new that just happened.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents, they were recently separated. You know what I'm saying? Mom now. And she's coming 30 minutes from school. So whereas when I was staying with my dad, it'd be like a 10 minute, I could walk to school. So,
Mm-hmm.
I was never late, until when you look at my attendance, I was a pretty good student. Pretty good
Yeah, I
on
mean, you're
time.
still a good student. I reviewed your records actually before you came in, and
Really?
I did notice the change, and I didn't know why. That's why I'm here to talk to you about it to see.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm definitely sorry that your parents split up. How was that for you? How do you feel about that? Or rather, how are you dealing with that?
Mm, you just gotta, I don't know, man. It's been rough, but you can't let that just completely deflate you, and just like you gotta persevere through it. I mean, it's nothing that big, but I don't know, man, it's pretty rough to be honest.
Okay.
But the absences. Yeah. Like I said, I'm with my mom now for the most part. Sometimes I go back and forth with mom and dad, but for the most part with my
Mhm.
mom. And she's about 30 minutes away. And when I'm with her, I have to take a car, and I have to drop off Cameron first at the other school because
Oh,
he's.
it's to drop off your little brother. Okay, so
Yep.
that takes some time.
Yep. And he goes to Karen, which is about like 15 minutes from the school. Just I gotta wake up, take him to school, then take my little sister to school, who's in middle school. My little brother's in elementary school,
Okay.
and my little sister's in middle school. So I gotta drop both of them off first, then get to the school. So. It's been rough adjusting to it. I'd be waking up. Sometimes I still wake up at my old time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think
can be challenging.
yeah. I think that's probably, a reason why I'm late too. But yeah, it's been rough. It's been a rough, couple of weeks so far. Still adjusting to it. And I think that's, the biggest issue right now.
Okay, so if I'm understanding you right, you were explaining to me there's been a lot of changes, which it appears you're dealing with them very well. And so part of the reason, you're welcome. So part of the reason that you've been late is because, the extra responsibility and the distance. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I understand this is, difficult and you're doing a fabulous job with it.
Thanks.
But let's see. Our main goal too is to, of course, get you here on time so that you don't, of course, I want you here in my office, but so that you can stay in class. Well, we want you to stay in class so you can get that information as well.
Yeah.
So, say, fell asleep. Just visualize this. And you're asleep and all of a sudden you woke up. All your problems are gone. A miracle happened. All your problems are gone.
Okay. Sounds good.
How would that look when you opened your eyes and woke up? How would that look? Can you describe that?
If I woke up and all my problems were away,
yeah. Since you like to draw, go ahead and show me that.
All right, the miracle. If I just woke up
The miracle happened. All the problems were gone. How would everything look? All your problems are gone. The problem that we talked about, it's all gone. Take your time.
I was wondering, so the time limit, or do you have to do it quick? I was actually going to take my time. Let's get this.
Okay, that's how it would look. The miracle happened, and all your problems were gone, so that you can get to school on time. Okay, you finished?
Yeah.
This will be okay. So describe this to me.
Well,
Describe it to me.
Well, okay.
How would that look?
In a perfect world.
Okay, this miracle happened.
Miracle. If I had one wish, everything would be back to normal. Mom and Pops would be back together.
Okay.
That would be. This is if I had a wish.
Okay.
A star would shoot by.
Okay. Now we want us to be a little realistic. Now we understand Mom and Dad, to be together, that would be great. However, we can't control other people.
Right.
So we don't know that that can happen. But okay, so if that were an issue or an option, that could be one. And go ahead and continue. So mom and dad be together.
Mom and dad will be together.
Okay.
I'll be staying back with my pop. Well, not with my pop. We'll be living in the house, obviously. So
Okay.
it'll be an easier time for me to get to school, and I wouldn't have to take them.
Okay, so you having an easier time to get to school would make it better. Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Easier time to get to school.
That and
Okay. So you could be back at home. Okay. So, as I said before, we can't control other people, but there are options that you can control in that situation, right? You
Right.
said making it easier for you to get to school would be part of the miracle question or miracle, right?
Right.
So, what are some things you can do that would make it easier for you to get to school on time?
If I had one of them little hoverboards, the other kind.
A hoverboard.
You know, the little things that the
I've seen the hoverboard
Yeah.
on television.
Yeah.
So you want to just glide across the okay.
things.
Okay, anything else that's maybe
Since we
more
talk-
realistic?
I mean, we're talking miracles right
True, we are. So now we're going to bring it back to reality.
Okay. All
So
right.
what are some things you could do?
I can, well, I could wake up a little earlier. One,
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. So wake up earlier.
yeah. And, oh yeah, lefty.
And as you know, I always take notes.
Yeah.
So that's what I do to give you a note at the end. Okay, continue. So you could wake up earlier. That's one
Wake
way.
up early. I can wake up early. I can, with that, go to bed a little earlier too.
Okay, go to bed earlier.
Yeah.
And I see you have a cell phone there, so I'm sure you can set that alarm clock, right? So
Yeah.
go to bed earlier, wake up earlier. Okay, those are good options.
Other than that, probably use this a little less too, because that'd be distracting me from the homework, which is why sometimes I'll be up a little later than I should.
Okay. So
Yeah.
try to stay off the phone a little more.
Stay, yeah.
Okay.
I try. And then, other than that, hopefully if I wake up a little earlier, then, I could take me to school earlier. There won't be as much traffic too, because it'd be traffic.
Oh, I know. I come to work here every day, and I see it even here. Yeah, true.
It'd be traffic, yeah. So, I don't really know much else, but I think, those three things that could definitely, cut it down a little bit.
Okay,
Hopefully it'll be gone. Hopefully I won't be late no more. No
those sound like great options.
Good.
Let's see if we can narrow it down. So, let me state what you said. You said you could wake up earlier. You said you can go to bed earlier. And we talked about you can set that alarm clock there. But you also said that you could, I guess, not be distracted by your phone, which will allow you to go to bed earlier. Now let's be a little more specific. So, wake up earlier. What time are you waking up now?
Now I'm waking up. I'm waking up at like 7.
Okay.
7.
So wake up earlier. What time would that be about?
I don't know. Well, probably like 6:30. 6.
Okay, so 6:30.
6:20. 6:30.
Okay, so let's set which one. Which one would you think is more attainable or realistic? 6:30 or 6:20?
I'm not really a morning person. So
Six-
7's already a little too much.
Too late. So
So
6:30.
6:30.
Okay, so we say 6:30 a.m.
6:30.
And you said go to bed earlier. So what time or how much earlier? You don't have to give me the exact time, but approximately. I'm
There's a
thinking how
30-minute
time.
change right
So
there,
30-minute earlier.
30-minute earlier.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 30-minute earlier. And remain off the phone at some point. So I'm sure you can figure out how to do that. So what we can do, what you can do currently, because we
Yeah.
need some goals for our next meeting. so that I can see that you're following up and how everything's going.
Yeah.
So how about you work on for our next meeting, which we'll meet, I'll probably meet with you on Monday. We'll meet on Monday, okay?
What time?
Don't want to have you miss the same class, so I'll probably summons you to the office during your first period class.
Cool. That's
Okay.
cool too.
Okay. So 6:30, you're gonna set the alarm. So we're gonna see if you can set the alarm for 6:30. If you can get up the rest of the week 6:30, and go to bed earlier. Okay, 30 minutes earlier is what you said you can do, right? So is that attainable?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna work on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a note with that written on it, so that you can remember what our steps are, and then you're gonna work on it.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a note
Okay.
about what we discussed today.
All right.
Again, I'll summarize some of the things we talked about. Again, you stated that you can work on getting up at 6:30 in the morning. That's one change that your goal you're going to work to achieve. And another goal you stated that you can go to bed 30 minutes earlier. So I'm going to write all these goals that you have down. And the third goal, you stated you use your phone a lot, right? And that's, I guess, somewhat of a distraction. And you're going to try to limit your use with the phone so that you can go to bed earlier. So I'm going to write these down for you, all of these solutions that you've thought of, which are wonderful goals for you. So when I summon you on Monday,
Yeah, I need water.
we'll see how you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, you want water? Sure. You're welcome. It might be room temperature since I didn't have it in the refrigerator. Okay. So I'm summarizing those goals and I'm writing them out for you for a note that you can take with you home so that you'll have them to remember. Start tonight, right, with the goals that you set for yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we're pretty much at the close of our session, our meeting. You're not ready to go back to class. So are there any other questions that you have for me?
Honestly, is this gonna be confidential?
Yes, as I stated, it's confidential. All this information it'll stay between you and I, and that's it. And I have my notes, which is my file, and I'm the only one that has access to it. So yeah, it's confidential.
All right.
And yes, I will sign your notes so that you can go back to class.
Y'all need stuff, so it's like mine.
Yeah, we're all in.
Second period. Crazy.
Okay. Sign up. Here you are, Mr. Hendricks. And you have a wonderful day. So,
Okay.
this concludes our session. So what's your next period?
Next period is not sure. Oh, next period is English.
Oh, that should be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're writing a really nice essay in there today, right?
Yeah, something like that. I hope to watch a movie. That's what I'm hoping for.
A movie.
Yeah. Movies are very educational.
I agree. Some of them can be. Well, it was a pleasure. Well, I'll let you finish your word. You can, of course, take that with you to class.
You trying to kick me out, huh?
Of course not. I don't want you to miss English class.
Right, that's another tardy.
Yeah, we don't want any more tardies.
I know. Can you give me the slip though? So I can show them just in case.
Yeah, I just signed it. There it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes,
And I will see you Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a wonderful afternoon, Mr. Hendricks.
All right, you too.
Bye.